Hello, welcome to the webinar on how to use your flight voucher for your Charity Global Scholars benefits. We are going to cover kind of the resources you have at your fingertips to understand more information on how to book your flights now that you've been selected to receive the benefits, and then walk you through how to actually book your flights on the Student Universe website. So a couple weeks ago, you would have received this email around April 23rd, detailing that you've received the benefits. So congratulations. And details about kind of what to do from here. So before booking your airfare and or applying for your visa, make sure you've been officially accepted by your study abroad program, not just accepted by DU on our side. Verify your arrival and departure details, not just what's in DU passport, but confirming with the actual program. And then looking at the Charrington Global Scholars instructions specifically, and we will move over to those instructions in a second. But what you're going to do is check the airfare limit and promo codes in the handbook. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to my colleague to walk you through the details in the handbook.
So every student who's been accepted by the University of Denver to study abroad for the 24-25 academic year has been given access to the handbook. It's available in your DU Canvas account and is linked in the email that Erica just shared. But this is going to be your kind of one-stop shop for your timeline to follow, how to book. It also shows the eligibility of why you were granted CGS benefits, the timeline of when that information comes out. And then most importantly, that we'll go over today is the airfare tab. It does start with what is covered and what is not covered. So it's important to know this, and especially for your program. If you're a year-long exchange or global master's program, there is a change fee, but everything else that's in the not covered is very specific. We do also have instructions about, like Erica was mentioning, when you are booking for your flights. And we do have deadlines as well. These are internal DU deadlines, because after these deadlines, if your program starts in the fall, but you're a Southern Hemisphere program or a Northern Hemisphere, after these dates, we will not be able to update voucher limits based on what you're able to find. So it is important that you book by these deadlines. If we scroll down a little further on the page, we have important details that you are responsible for knowing about your airfare benefits. Things like you must book a round trip ticket. You don't have to fly from Denver to your host city, but that's how the voucher limits were created. A few items like that. The number 3 section here on this list, you have the big link for where you actually book your flights. So make sure to be using this link here. We also, a little further down, highlighted in purple, shows where you can find your voucher limit for your program. It's really important that you find your exact program, because the University of Glasgow direct enroll is different than University of Glasgow exchange program. So if you have any questions about which program is yours, look in your DU passport to find the exact title of your program and the exact term that you're going abroad. Again, please make sure to follow the instructions that are listed here. These are most of these things we're going to go over today with Student Universe. But there are really specific instructions on how to book, what you're looking for when you're looking for flights, as well as, Student Universe has an FAQ that we link to here that's going to answer a lot of your questions. And then we also have their contact information if there are any questions during the booking process. So please make sure to refer to the DU Study Abroad Handbook and this airfare tab, as most of the information you need is going to be here. And with that, I will turn it over to Krista with Student Universe, who's going to walk us through the process.
Thank you very much for that. I'm really excited to be here to kind of walk everybody through how this works. The process is very simple. You just have to be very thorough on what it is that you're looking for, and know where to kind of look, because there could be different items that are not covered that could be like hidden. So first off, one of the biggest things is the CGS promo code for your stipend is actually linked to your University of Denver email address. The CGS office has provided us with all of your email addresses, and we have those linked to your codes. So as Jeanette mentioned, please make sure that you're picking the proper voucher limit to use for that code. You also want to make sure that you're setting up your account with Student Universe properly using your University of Denver email address. If you already have a University of Denver email address listed in our computer systems because you've used us before, then you can still use that account that's already been previously created for redemption with your CGS voucher. But we're going to walk you through how to set that up and go from there. So this is the page that is linked in your handbook. When you get here, you could click select, which is down here, and that will open up this search page. Now the search results, you can do round trip or multi-city. As previously mentioned, one-ways are not allowed. So we'll just utilize this as a round trip. And as it was mentioned also, you don't have to leave from the Denver, Colorado, but you could go from Boston if that's where you're going to be at that time prior to your trip leaving. You could also do multi-city as well, and that looks like this, where you would go from Boston. You could come back from Amsterdam and go to Boston, go home, or you could go to New York City, wherever you wanted to go. But we'll just do this regular round trip here. We're going to pick some dates out here. And let's see. Then you click search, and that will bring you to this part. So all of your search results that are for your specific locations and your dates will be listed here. This is now where you have to look and make sure that what you're choosing does fit within the parameters of the University of Denver CGS promo code directives. So you can only purchase tickets with your code that are main cabin economy, main, or so on and so forth. Basic economy, which will always be your #1 lowest fare, is not allowed. That does not include checked bags. It does not include pre-assigned seating. It also doesn't allow for changes. So you want to make sure that you're picking something like this one here that has a main cabin notation. And that one will most likely allow for the checked bag, your pre-assigned seat, and changes later down the line if you choose to do so. So I'm going to choose this one here. And this is where it will tell you what your terms and conditions are. These are not the full terms and conditions, but they are the main points of your booking. This one does allow 1 free checked bag. An extra bag is $100. And then you do get to have a carry-on and seat choice. So for this next one, it tells you that you could pick any of these. They are all main cabin. So we're going to choose this one here. Again, it does say main. It gives a checked bag. You do get, like I said, the 1 checked bag. The additional bag is $100. So we're going to select. At this point, if you're not already logged into your Student Universe account with your DU email, you'll be asked to either create an account or log in. I already have an account created, so I'm actually going to use that where I click here. And all of my details are pre-filled in from my account. If you're creating your account, you would just have continued down the page and filled in all of the details that are being requested. If you want to put in a meal, you can do that. That is something, it is an additional fee. However, it is not going to be something that is covered on your CGS voucher. Insurance is always going to be an option. However, again, it's not going to be something that is covered by your voucher. Those would be anything that is an out-of-pocket expense. Same with delayed or cancellation, or sorry, the luggage protection. That's also additional. And then we have these support packages. Anything that is not your ticket would be extra, but it is always added. For this, we already have a rebate of $25. You should be putting in your voucher code in this box here. So we'll use this. It's not character specific, so it doesn't have to be uppercase or lowercase. It could be whatever. Once you click apply, it should already automatically apply and make this 0 balance. We're not going to do that in this demo as I don't have a code, but as long as this says 0, then you're fine. If you've added anything that is an ancillary charge that's not included in your voucher, it will then show you what it is that is due. That could be like the insurance or the meal, seats, so on and so forth. You will always have to add in your credit card details, regardless of if your voucher covers the full amount of your ticket or not. This will allow for the website, once you click purchase, to complete the purchase of your ticket, and it closes out what we call the purchase path. You will only be charged for anything that is showing as a due balance up here in your total cost. If you have any questions, have any error messages when you add this voucher code, you can reach out to the team and they'll go ahead and assist you. If you wanted to book over the phone, you're having a hard time finding specific flights, you have a arrival time into your host city, you can contact us over the phone and we'll have an agent book things accordingly for you. You'll have to have your passport name, your date of birth, and your voucher code handy. We actually can't provide your voucher code over the phone to you. You would have to provide that to us. And that would be it. That's how you would use your code. Ladies, anything else?
Yes, thank you, Krista. Just to close out, we do advise that you consider purchasing travel insurance or trip protection in advance for unexpected events and emergencies, regardless of status with Charrington Global Scholars and receiving the benefit. DU won't cover this cost as a part of the benefit, but we do recommend it. And then additionally, if you do have any further questions, in terms of who to contact with what types of questions, we recommend contacting DU's Office of International Education with any eligibility questions about Charrington Global Scholars benefit, additionally about flights, and then anything about visa reimbursement, please contact our office. And then contacting Student Universe with questions or issues with booking flights. If you have special flight circumstances, like Krista mentioned, for example, wanting to book outside of economy or book different flight patterns that you're having trouble with online, to contact them directly. And to remember that all of that information is in the Study Abroad Handbook that you have access to through your Canvas page and then also through DU Passport. Thank you.